Hello, welcome back to Peter Sserubidde once again with human communication. I'm still talking about emotional intelligence, and today I'm talking about emotional intelligence and attitude. In a certain research, it was established that when people are working in an organization and they are at the same level, they have a higher emotional intelligence, higher EI. For example, let me put this into context. When somebody is with a fellow teacher, I'm a teacher, so let me use that environment. If I am a teacher and Jethro is a teacher, a co-teacher with me, our emotional intelligence is high. When I become the DOS, my emotional intelligence rises when I become a DOS. The way I shall handle the teacher will be in sync with emotional intelligence. I'll be more emotionally intelligent. When I become the deputy HM, the emotional intelligence will rise again. When I become the HM, it will rise. When I become the director, it will start to fall. Let me bring it to the university level. If I become the head of department, it will rise. If I became the dean, it will rise. If I become DVCA and A, it will start to fall a little. When I become the vice chancellor, it will fall. All right, and this research is very very critical. I enjoyed it. By the way, I got it from TED Talk. I was listening to a TED Talk. This is where I get this research. So it's not mine. I would like you to go there on your YouTube and you'll find it there. And this is what I've discovered, that the way we treat others emotionally depends on our attitude, whether we need them or not. For example, if the president visited your company and knocked at the office, and you realize it is the president of the country knocking, how would you respond? For example, if you are a teacher and the president knocks at the staff room, how would you respond? Now, immediately juxtapose that with a senior one student knocking at the same office door. Would you act the same way? You definitely not. And you know why? Because you have something to lose with the president, but you've not yet established something to lose with a senior one child or senior one student. In other words, our EI, our emotional intelligence, rises when we realize or we recognize our need with our audiences. When we realize that we need the audience, our emotional intelligence rises. When we do not realize that we need them like we ought to, our emotional intelligence or the way we relate with them, the way we communicate with them reduces accordingly. Think about your attitude. If my attitude towards my learners is an attitude of need, I need my learners, I need my students, I will treat them as Mr. In fact, I will address my student as Mr. Mukasa, as Ms. Mukasa, just like I would treat my boss. But if I don't realize that I need my students, then I will not treat them the same way. So I even have a way of telling them, come back tomorrow, come back the other day. We are still in a meeting. It is time for lunch. But can you tell your boss if they need you even when you are when you're forking or you're spooning your food? Can you tell your boss to wait? Definitely not. Why? The attitude. You need your boss? Probably you do not need your subordinates. Emotional intelligence and attitude. An attitude of need for those you think they're below you and for those you think are above you. Your attitude ought to be, my attitude ought to be, I need you just like I need you, my audience. That's why I esteem you highly.